In today's video, we're going to talk about the brand new Nothing Ear Open. It's a new audio solution from Nothing that provides us the ability of not only listening to great music, having long battery life, but still being aware of our surroundings, meaning we can actually still hear outside audio at the same time as we're listening to music here. Because these earbuds don't sit in our ear or on our ear, they sit next to them, meaning they loop around the actual ear itself, and the speakers themselves project the audio straight into our ear, but it doesn't block the external audio, providing us that experience of being able to A, listen to our songs, and B, still be in the moment. So without further ado, this is TK and this is the Nothing Ear Open. Let's check them out. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so they are always notified to whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. So as you can see, the packaging is actually pretty nice. I will say this, that if you're picking up your own pair, obviously you're basically going to be getting just the buds themselves. This packaging was sent to me very nicely from Nothing, and one of the biggest things I'll probably say is that little message that they left me on the actual card. Stay blissfully aware of your surroundings whilst moving to your own soundtrack. And that's absolutely, basically captures the essence of what the Ears Open are going to be providing us. Packaging is pretty straightforward, very nice, a very similar design to what we've seen from Nothing before, that see-through design that goes through. This is going to be the earbud itself. And of course we have that red dot. The packaging pretty much includes these three things. You get the instruction manual, you get a USB-C to C charging cable to be able to charge up the actual case itself. And of course we have the buds. Now obviously they're held up upside down. Red dot obviously goes to the right and white dot goes to the left. Nothing configuration, very nice, see-through. Again, they're continuing their design, they're basically the design language that we've seen before. There's a little bit of a nub here providing us the ability of doing, depending if your fingers are long enough, but essentially you can actually do a little bit of a fidget spinner kind of configuration, similar to what we've seen before. And on the back we have a USB-C cable connection here providing us the ability of charging this case. Once you open it up, the actual buds themselves are connected magnetically. There is an LED light positioned there. They don't fall off right away, but they are easily shaking, and that's mostly because of the battery compartment. The magnets are actually sitting right on the actual earbuds. You remove them, very easy to recognize exactly which one goes to where, and as you can see, it actually loops over your ears. One thing I did actually do for you guys in the cover is if you put them together in this form, it almost looks like they're making a little bit of a heart. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. We have a 14.2 millimeter driver that's positioned, that's going to sit and project audio straight into our ears. Again, these don't go into your ears, they sit next to them, or at least in a position where it provides you the experience to actually be able to listen to them without actually blocking the external audio. Battery kind of goes through, it loops around, and it sits, and it provides that nice little configuration so that it doesn't fall off. Both looks really pretty good. We have a pinch configuration on both. There's one here, and of course the same thing positioned right there. I've received a couple of software updates on here, and there's a couple of ways of interacting with them. And of course they do support a dual connection and of course good audio quality. I've been testing it out using them on the Nothing Phone 2 as well as using them on the Pixel 9 Pro Fold from Google. And one of the biggest things I'll probably say is the experience changes a little bit here from what we get here. So as far as the EQ, you can go in there, customize that. Controls, you can go in there and customize them. And you also have the settings section. You can go in there, customize and update the software. It's a little bit different than what we see here. Again, this is actually built into the Bluetooth section. You don't have to download the Nothing X application. That's what's running here. This is what you're going to be using. You're also able to see the battery level. Let's go back. The battery level on all three, basically both buds and the case. Same thing on this side. You can customize the EQ. Gesture control is what we talked about. And one of the unique things that you get on a Nothing phone over what you say using it on a non-Nothing phone is that you're actually able to get that ChatGPT integration that they were talking about built into this, and also configured to actually run on device. Low lag mode, obviously for gaming, dual connection. It does actually have a support for that, and it shows you the two devices that it's connected, and you can disconnect them from that list. Find My Earbuds also supported in here. Audio codec here are going to be basically SBC and AAC as the maximum audio experience. Phone calls, media, of course, contact history sharing, Bluetooth configuration. Now, the first time you put them on, you obviously are going to be wondering is how do they actually fit? It's pretty straightforward. They mimic the shape of our ear. So all you have to do is put it up, loop it on the top, and make sure that it actually sits, especially if you're wearing glasses like me. And for the most part, it's going to look like this. It actually looks like it's sitting next to my ear. It doesn't look like it's in my ear. And that's the intention. What you're doing essentially is providing that little speaker at the base of the actual earbud itself, the ability of projecting the audio straight into your ears, because that's how it's going to be. And once you do that, it's actually connected directly to my phone. It'll start playing music. I've traveled with these. I've actually gone on airplanes. I've been at airports. I've hung out with a whole bunch of friends using them. The biggest thing I'll probably say is this. The audio experience is very well. It's very well and pronounced in the sense of you're able to get some good audio out of this, but you're not going to get the same experience as an in-ear solution or a solution that isolates the ear. So this is one thing to be aware. The reason you would go for something like this is because you want to be aware of the audio or of things around you. An example for me, which was actually really nice, I noticed that when I was at the airport coming back to LA, I noticed that one of the biggest things I wouldn't have been able to pick up was the fact that if I had my earbuds in listening to music, I would have just shut off all external audio sources, meaning I wouldn't have heard that my gate was being called out a little bit ahead of time than my phone showing the notification. So that was actually something very nicely, as I'm showing you guys with that clip from the airport. I stopped by the lounge and I was just having a little bit of a snack before going on the plane, and then I got the notification. So it's something like this when you're in an open experience, when you're outdoors and you don't want to be disconnected. These are going to work really good. Now, if you're playing audio at about 50% level or higher, the people around you, and I would say people sitting next to you, can hear some hissing, and depending on the decibel level, they can probably even hear what you're talking about. But I'm pretty sure you guys want to hear also how the microphones kind of sound on these. So let's go ahead and go outside real quick and do a quick audio sample from the Nothing Ear Open. We're outside right now doing a quick audio test on the brand new Nothing Ear Open. Now, these earbuds are intended to be more, I guess, situational aware type of earbuds, meaning I can listen to music and I can actually have them play music directly into my ear. The speakers are actually positioned in a way where they're basically projecting the audio straight in. One thing to mention though, the audio itself kind of plays at pretty decently and more like a private experience at about 50% level and lower. But if somebody's sitting next to you, let's say you're on the bus, you're in a classroom, anything above 50%, you're going to start actually feeling, or they're going to be able to actually hear some of the sound that you're playing. They may not be able to tell what it is, but they're going to start hearing a little bit of the hiss. The other thing that we're listening here to is obviously how the microphones are going to perform. The batteries on these are actually pretty decent. They do sit over the ear. That's going to be the experience that you were looking at. But this should be a decent experience of what you should expect if you're making a phone call, if you're leaving a voicemail, having a video chat, or even just trying to record a vlog using them. I'm using the Pixel 9 Pro XL right now to record audio using the Bluetooth connectivity, but this should be a decent example, again, of the Nothing Ear Open audio from the microphones. Now, as you heard there, the audio is actually pretty decent. It does give us that experience that we expect. It focuses on the actual subject and it minimizes the background. The overall experience of using the Nothing Ear Open is going to come down to what you're looking for from a pair of buds. If you're looking for a pair of buds that give you a good experience with audio, but still allows you to be in the moment, meaning still being connected and being able to listen to things around you, I think these are going to do really good. The design may not be for everybody, and I'll say because most of their designs up to this point have been in ear. This is an open ear solution. And I feel like the way they did it to the best that they're able to basically provide us that aesthetic look that Nothing is known for, but still give us that experience of being able to listen to the external sound. So this actually sounds and looks pretty decent. The audio from this actually sounds pretty good. You do need to bump up the audio a little bit higher to be able to kind of compensate for external sources. So that's probably where this changes the experience. If you're going to be in an area where it's going to be super loud and you're going to need to bump up the audio, that's just obviously going to be audio competing with audio. And I really feel like this is intended to be more of a, I'm not say quieter environment, but areas where it's not super loud, like not an airplane or busy experience. You can listen to audio with them on an airplane. The audio does go up high enough that it actually compensates for that. But it's something that you want to be aware that you're always going to be listening to the outside at the same time as you're listening to the audio there. And thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of the brand new Nothing Ear Open? Is this the audio solution for you? This is TK. I'll see you in the next one.